Ian, the scene was horrific. Like, and there was a death, and I'm not even talking about the critter death. Oh, in this episode of Crite Night! Oh my God, you're like fucking Ariana Grande up in here.
I know.
When I go to Starbucks, I'm like, give me the Ariana Grande. Anyways, we're back. Crite Night, episode 30, Spike-Sized Critters podcast.
Well, we're covering the Critters franchise 1 minute at a time.
All right, this guy,
If
he's
this
like,
is your
I
first
saw
time at Crite Club, you have to Crite.
So let's just lay out this scenario. Neelix is driving down the Kansas City road.
Kansas City. This is
This is
big city. Now, is it Kansas City, Kansas, or Kansas City? I was supposed to say Kansas City, St. Louis. Kansas City, Missouri.
I'm not a professor of geography. He's driving down this road, this busy highway, right, in the middle of the street, for whatever reason, because he can't control his wheeling action. And in the middle of the road, something flies by, and he wrecks.
Poochie.
He thinks it's a dog. So his reaction is, well, I'm going to get out my stick and beat the dog. Why?
Gotta show that dog who's boss, I guess.
What?
Yeah.
And I like his like, you ever go hunting?
No.
Oh, you go hunting all the time. And when you go hunting for duck or quail or steer or whatever, you know, quack, quack, or whatever, you do the sound, right? To summon them, the mating call of these beasts, right? So what he does is he goes, bark, bark. That's not how dogs actually sound, right?
Bark, bark, bark.
That's the thing when you're reading about dogs, like, because I do a lot, and they make a noise in a book. It's either bark or woof.
In English.
Because why? Like, is that really what a dog sounds like?
No, I think is what you want me to say here.
Yeah, this is big literacy coming down. You know,
Goddamn liberal conspiracy.
liberal conspiracy on the way the dogs make noises.
Got the stuff in the water making the dogs gay.
All the dogs are so gay. This scene is terrifying. The way she willy-nilly handles this garbage disposal. My God.
You push that shit down the sink and then you turn on that disposal.
Well, I've lived on the edge a few times as well, but I'll use a device.
Yeah.
Like a knife.
A knife or like a cooking spoon.
She's going below the seal. Like
The lip, yeah.
The lip. She's putting her fingers down there. There's blade. Does she understand there's blades spinning in that thing?
Her hands know a thing or two about getting into an orifice.
I mean, I want to say.
Yeah, no. This is dangerous news.
This is.
Thank goodness we live in the new millennium, where you've got like the nozzle comes off and you can spray, because that's what you just spray it around.
I spray it around. Yeah.
It pushes all of the potato leavings and whatnot down the disposal.
See, back then, because they didn't have any government regulation on this kind of stuff, that garbage disposal didn't even need a protective seal, like the rubber seal. Like, it was just open, like a death chamber. And you put anything in there, it's dead. And she's like, I'm gonna push this shit. And what I don't understand is, we know they ate dinner like a couple hours ago. We know she was jacking off to Power of the Night on the couch earlier. We know it was in the movie. I didn't make that up. That was science. But anyways,
Literature, even.
what is this? Is this like a midnight snack of potatoes and carrots?
She took a little relaxation after dinner. She didn't want to get right into those dishes. You know, let that food settle.
You do not do that. You get right into it.
I've done that.
You go back later or the next day?
Later, ideally. I'm not saying I've never had to do the dishes the next day.
I would go back
lazy.
the next day. Either I'm doing it then.
It's smart to do it right after dinner because you get too lazy if you go to sit down. But it's nice to let the stuff settle before you get back into the work. But no, I can't believe we're still talking about this bullshit because we had some Crite action. We have our first human death.
We do have a human death.
In the franchise.
Neelix bites it. He gets the
quill.
needle, the quill, which is, we haven't talked about that at all.
I didn't realize that was used so early in the franchise.
It's the first scene.
Gun to my head, I would have told you that got introduced in a later movie.
No, I remember it in this movie because
Okay.
I think the dad gets it in the neck or something at one point.
Does he? I don't
I
remember.
think he's in the basement, if I recall.
It's been
But-
so long. Usually I don't go so long between Critters viewings, but because we're doing this thing, I don't want to watch a whole Critters movie. I want to be surprised when we do these minutes, so I don't
Yeah.
remember super duper well.
The quill, which I assume makes you, what is that word?
Paralyzed?
Paralyzed.
I don't know. I think in this scene,
Oh my god, it skipped an hour into it.
all it obviously did was to startle him, cause him to fall to the ground. He was still moving about. Certainly didn't cause body-wide
Well,
paralysis.
maybe it's paralysis in a zone, so it did it on his leg.
Possible. That's possible.
I mean,
He's shaking those legs like a motherfucker as he's getting dragged under the...
that scene
car,
right here,
though.
this whole shot we get of him being dragged in the car is very Tremors-esque. It's what I kind of
This is
picture.
pre-Tremors, is
Well,
it not?
pre-Tremors.
Yeah.
But,
But yeah, they're still trying to keep it a little, you
mystery.
know,
We
little,
don't
little mystery. They're not trying to give you full frontal Crite action.
no full
quite
frontal
yet.
Crite. You don't see the Crite. You just see
Yes,
the quill.
The quills, and you hear the Crite noises.
We gotta look.
There's no question about what happened. This was no pooch.
No pooch.
Not a porcupine either. Do they have porcupines in Kansas? Get at us, Justin. I want to know about that. We got porcupines like crazy over here,
Yeah,
but
I saw one at the zoo the one year.
See that on my hikes all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
They're cool.
they are.
But I need to look at a critter at this point because a porcupine, you can see the quills and it's obvious they're quills.
Yeah.
All right. They don't look soft. It doesn't look like an animal you pet. It looks
No.
like they have quills.
Yeah.
I don't know. From what I remember, the critters is they don't look
More
like
hair-like.
they're more hair-like.
So-
Yeah.
A good view of the back will show
Ha.
that they are hairy, but they have a series of. They're not all quills like a porcupine.
Good view of this back. We'll do
They've
the
got
same
like
thing.
they've got like 2 quills.
Oh,
back
they're
there.
just in the middle of the back.
Yeah.
They're attached to the spine.
I want to say they're a little more scattered if memory serves, but I could be
remember.
mistaken.
You're right. I do remember because they have to like turn around or something
Yeah.
and shoot it out.
Yeah.
How would you aim if it's from your back?
Best you can.
Man, that's got to be hard. Although I shit a lot and that comes from my back.
I mean, this is generally.
I don't really aim too much.
Yeah. It's a good point because he went for the knee and got the knee. Usually, this type of
Yeah.
feature on a terrestrial creature is a very defensive move.
Yeah, it's
Like-
scatter.
Like I think there was a misconception. This is the Science Minute. We're off of Crite Night for a moment. We'll come back to it. But this is the Science Minute. Popular misconception that porcupines shoot their quills. They in fact do not. They kind of put them on edge, and if they even graze you, they'll catch and yank. And they can seem like they are shooting more than they are, but they don't actually shoot.
No, these
so.
definitely shoot.
But we're dealing with alien xenobiology here.
Yeah.
We can get back into the Crite Night.
Yeah, and we know that they're coming towards the house because we have the mom trying to kill herself. I think it's just like she's just attempting to suicide or something, or suicide by garbage disposal, which sounds awful. We can see all the clean dishes. Clearly, the dishes have been cleaned. We see no sort of like cutting board. I don't know where these vegetables are coming from. It's very disturbing. We're gonna let it go. Has she changed?
Oh, it's been so long since we've seen her. We haven't recorded an episode of this where we saw her in months now.
Yeah. Well, we know the critters are coming.
Yes.
They're rolling around.
Mama's come,
Towards the
now
house.
the critters can come.
You can recognize that goddamn front porch from anywhere at this point. Shit's getting real, Ian. It's getting real.
It is.
Pretty soon, it's just gonna be action-packed minute after minute. And I wait.
As can I. I can also not. Wait, I can talk.
What are those movies called?
They
The Crite bit.
They Crite? What?
The Desolation of Smoke. Poltercrite.
Okay, let's go. Let's do it.
All right, that's gonna do it for this episode of Poltercrite.
I want to see that movie now. Fuck.
Yeah.
Crites versus poltergeists?
They go into the TV,
Yeah.
and
I'm here for it.
Craig T. Nelson smokes
That'll
weed
probably be
on the bed,
terrible, but I'm here for it.
and a guy's face melts, and that old man shows up. Oh, are we done? We're done. That's it. We'll catch you
Bye.
here next time. Goodbye. That's 5 more, Ian.
5 more. We
We
don't
did
have
it.
to record any more this year.
We're done for the year.